Howdy folks, Ravenwood Fox Track here, crossing along the US 395 from the Four Corners, Kramer Junction, down towards Adelanto. I'm going to hit the 15 and head on down in Fontana, or as most locals like to call it, Fontucky. Make a delivery and then see how much time we got left. Probably just shut down for the rest of the day, pick up a load over in Cabazon tomorrow, and hopefully get up to Woodland. I've been on the road trucking for just over a year now. Just started last year at Swift in middle of August, and when I first attended orientation, I went out with a trainer who I got along with great. She was a short Mexican chick, a little overweight, but she was really cool. She was lesbian. She had a lesbian wife. She was out of Texas. And she had, first when I first met her, she was like, hey, just to let you know, I'm a lesbian. I'm married to a woman. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I'm bi, and I have a transgender female to male boyfriend, fiance. We're like, oh, okay, well, we'll get along great. We did. After about 8 months, Swift decided my services were no longer needed, and I went over to Western Express, where I've been since. And it's been different because I was so used to the support that I got from Swift at night and weekends. If, say, something was wrong with the load, and I couldn't handle it myself, it was something that had to be dealt with administratively. Well, Western Express, they have banking hours, so if something goes wrong, you better hope it's either easily fixed or it's during their banking hours. In any case, what's nice is I'm not being a nitpick to death. I'm able to just do my job, not worry about things. And, I've experienced driving a large vehicle since 1998, actually. It's just getting used to a tractor trailer at first, just because of the change in size and the pivot points. After that, after the month-long training, I was like, oh yeah, flying colors. So, in any case, recent events in good old USA have been quite disturbing. For those that don't know, or may not have suspected, I'm kind of a Trump supporter in the sense that I support him as a president. I support the fact that he wants to try to do right by the American people and for the nation. He's a businessman first, something to remember, and how he looks at the country is, how can he run it as a business to make it better? And I think that's what's probably going to help with this nation, is because it hasn't been working well with people who are professional politicians, most of which are corrupt, in it only for themselves, making money for themselves, and lobbyists and other special interest groups who don't give a shit about the people. Don't get me wrong, Trump was exactly my first choice. If not for the Democrats screwing themselves by fucking over Bernie Sanders, no doubt, would be president. But nobody wanted Hillary Clinton. Not just because, she's a woman. No, it wasn't because, she's a woman. No. She was the female version of Richard Nixon. If you want to talk about corrupt in people's pockets, taking money from other governments, other nations, government leaders and such. And the people in general were just sick of the fact that she didn't give a fuck about regular Americans. As far as she was concerned, it was like all about, people who can't figure out what gender they are. And I'm not talking about the transgender transition. I'm talking about people that are the Ben and Jerry's ice cream of genders. 31 different flavors plus. Pandering to fringe minority groups. Emphasis on fringe. And in general, just not giving a fuck about the American public. And that's one of the many reasons for why she didn't get voted for. Why she lost greatly in the Electoral College. But nonetheless, what's upsetting is that you have these groups, which include the KKK, the alt-right, whatever that is, the white nationalists, or white supremacists, and really, there's a lot of these labels that are misleading. The neo-Nazis, now a lot of people throw around the word Nazi at anybody who disagrees with them, and that's usually the extreme left-right wing leftist. But no, I mean actual neo-Nazis, the whole thing. But yeah, you had all these supposedly right-sided groups, but there was also the far-left groups, Antifa and Black Lives Matter and alt-left and other such that were brought in. And the whole thing with Charlottesville was bullshit. Now, whatever the case may be, sure, you hear the whole, it's a statue, we don't want it torn down. Okay, that's one thing, yeah, the statue is part of history. History that should be well studied and remembered truthfully, because those who fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it, and we're on the fast track of repeating history. And I don't just mean, the Civil War. I'm talking about what's brought Mussolini, Hitler, and Stalin to power. You have these communist, fascist groups, the Antifa. They say they're against fascists, but everything they do is fascism. It's just the communist version of fascism. Socialist fascism. Whereas the Nazis were of the nationalist type. And it's easy to research this. Google hasn't become completely fascist in what they do and do not allow to be researched or searched. Not yet, anyways. But you can research what actual Nazism is, what actual communism was, what led to the rise of the National Socialist Workers' Party in Germany right after World War I, how Adolf Hitler came to power. You can also see what kind of groups were there that pushed and pushed and pushed. And it's a repeat of what's going on here. Is you have these groups like Antifa and Black Lives Matter creating a boogeyman that wasn't there to begin with, and blaming anyone who is, like me, a white male of many different isms and and phobias and everything else. And when you push and push and push, you're going to get pushed back, and it's going to be pushed back in a very violent manner. For the majority of white people, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about race. The only time race is brought up is when somebody else brings it up. Yeah, you have your fringe groups, your nut jobs, your actual racist groups like the KKK and the neo-Nazis. But you also have the Black Panthers and other racial, or I guess you could still say racial minority groups who push for racial inequality. Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson come to mind. Anytime there's a chance to jump on the racist bandwagon and promote racial conflict, they jump on it. Honestly, with all this crap going on, you can probably look up a magnet to Martin Luther King's coffin and start generating power with how he's spinning in there. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. And I just wish people would have the common sense, or at least some sense, to do real research. Don't just believe blindly what you hear from the mainstream media or even the alternative news media. I mean, I look at InfoWars as just being one or two steps above Rush Limbaugh. Alex Jones just kind of rubs me the wrong way, but even so, an insane person will speak words of wisdom now and then. You have to take everything with a grain of salt, but look into it, research, double check, fact check. Find out the whole story. And with the issue with Charlottesville, the right-wing protesters, they actually got permits and everything. They did everything legally by the book. And they wanted to have a peaceful protest, protesting against the removal of the Robert E. Lee statue. So they went through proper channels, got the permits, everything else. George Scolio, who is a Nazi sympathizer and supporter, turned people over to the Nazis during World War II, pretty much funds Antifa and other groups like that. And you can actually find, like a lot of places, listings showing pictures showing the listings that were found on Craigslist. Excuse me. To get people to be as professional actors, to be part of these Antifa groups, to create crowds, mobs, basically paid protesters. But you get all these alt-right people doing the legal side, and okay, so now we know a date and time that they're going to protest. So, left brings in anti-protest or counter-protesters, and it's like bringing water and acid together. It's bringing two volatile chemicals together without anything in between. Now, yes, there's police there, but then they were told to stand down and to not get in between the two sides. And when that happened, we had a riot. And then people went off the deep end, beating each other, causing injury and destruction of property, and then some nut job comes in with a car and plows through the crowd and kills someone. I mean, seriously, how can you justify murdering someone for some political ideology, whether it's left or right? Whether you're Antifa or a white nationalist or whatever you are. How can you justify murdering someone? I mean, I've had fantasies of wanting to drive over people in my big rig, but I know that's wrong. I couldn't live with myself if I did that, on all honesty. And I don't know, maybe they were just in the throes of it and lost in the primal fever adrenaline rush. I don't know it, but I hope whoever it is that did it is punished severely. And then a lot of people are screaming and yelling, crying that Trump isn't denouncing this. He denounced the violence. When it first happened, he denounced the violence that happened. And then once he had more information, actual verified information, he came out and was more specific about denouncing it. And he was right, there's violence on both sides. But mainstream media and Hollywood and everyone else doesn't want to listen to the fact that that the fault is on both sides. They only want to say, oh, it's the alt-right, it's alt-right, it's the white nationalists, the white supremacists, it's the neo-Nazis, the KKK. You know what? It's so funny because the KKK, and you can research this, and it's easy to find. The KKK was created by the Democratic Party, by the left. Slavery was something that the Democrats fought to keep during the Civil War. Yeah. It's insane. It's insanity. But nonetheless, they don't want to admit that the left is just as responsible as the right for the chaos and wanton destruction and injury that was done. And now the left is running around screaming, take down all statues of all our founding fathers because, oh my God, slavery. They're not monuments to slavery. They're monuments to the deeds that these men did for this nation, for the history that they contributed to. I don't know. And I don't think it's right for anyone, no matter what your biological sex is, what your biological race is, whatever your ethnicity, your religious side, or whatever it is. Nobody should be targeted and called things just for simply being born a certain way. I'm not responsible for slavery of in the Americas, or the near genocide of the natives, or anything else. Nor is anybody else I know. But so why should I be told I'm a racist because I'm white? Why should I be told, oh, I'm privileged just because I'm white? If that was the case, I never would have gone to jail because I was white. If that was the case, I would have had preferential employment at certain jobs because I was white. But no, I wasn't. Others got jobs because I was turned down for jobs because I was white. I've been fired because I was white and spoke English and was an American citizen. But how can I fight that? You know, Nobody's going to believe that because, well, yeah, I'm white. And I'm not privileged. I'm no more privileged than most other people. However, there's, because of affirmative action and other social programs such as that, if you're a woman, if you're an ethnicity that's not white, black, Mexican, or something else, you shall get accepted over others, whether you're qualified or not. So, black privilege is real, but nobody wants to talk about that because as soon as you bring it up, you're a racist. And you're, what's the other ones about how men hate women? So, just because I'm a man, I automatically hate women. No. And then, and also because I'm not transgender, therefore I'm a transphobic, but yet I opened up talking about how my significant other is a transgender. And all my transgender friends be like, what? You're the best friend ever. So, yeah. And then, and also because I'm white, and I preach for freedom of speech and America first, I'm also an Islamophobe. Well, I do have friends who are Muslim, but I don't even think about that. Now, when you're talking about a phobia is considered an irrational fear. Arachnophobia is irrational fear of spiders. So forth. Acrophobia, an irrational fear of falling from great heights. Okay, whatever. Well, when you have a group of people who are of a particular religious sect, such as Islam, in which they consider us, the Americans, infidels. And in their texts, or at least in their belief systems, I'm not saying it is completely in the Quran or whatever, but as far as they're concerned, all infidels must die. And they are actually trying to kill us. So, how can I have an irrational fear of Islamic extremists wanting to kill me when they actively are trying to kill us? When they are purposely wanting to enact their laws, which allow, by the way, women to be raped, women to have to be completely covered, women to be stoned if they speak up or uncovered. That's right, women have absolutely no rights in Sharia law, yet feminists want Sharia law. I mean, someone explained that line of logic to me. I don't get that. But yeah, you have these people who want to kill Westerners for whatever religious reason. It's not an irrational fear. It's a real fear. It's a real threat. Now, I'm not saying all Muslims are that way. I mean, that's insane. It'd be like saying all Christians want to kill you just because you're a Catholic or you're a Jew, which is stupid. Or whatever else line of thinking. It's just you have people who are of certain faith and are extremists who have decided to declare jihad on the infidels, which are us. So, yeah, call me what you want, but at least try to be honest. Not just throwing out words, labels. Because when you do that, it takes away the meaning. You know, just calling someone a Nazi because they don't agree with your ideology is, aside from just completely stupid and retarded, it takes away actual meaning to what a Nazi really is, what the Nazi Party truly is. And honestly, the Nazis scared the shit out of me. I mean, what they could do. I would no doubt be considered one to be killed by the Nazis. I would be put into their death camps just because I'm bisexual, and also because I'm not exactly part of the perfect race, and I have differing opinions, and I'm a free thinker, and because of that, I'm a danger to that kind of fascism. You know, I'm a danger to all fascism, actually, because I don't agree with the fascists. But yeah, and this was 1930s Germany. I'd definitely be sent to a death camp or rounded up. So, anyway, I just wanted to get that out there. If you want to hate me, go ahead. Want to yell and scream and call me names, go ahead. All it does is just prove my point. You show your true colors. Agree with me if you want, or if you want to have a discussion where you say, well, I don't think this, but I believe I feel this, or I think this is better, or I believe this is a more correct term. Yeah, I'm all ears. I enjoy logical discussion. Anyways, I'm going to let you go and get back onto the road here. Well, I am on the road. But yeah, send your thoughts if you like it. If you don't, whatever, do whatever. Take care, everybody. Bye.